Hi boys and girls, you're probably not going to see my face in this video, but we are going to work on some workbook page problems together. So right now this video is going to take you through your Wednesday, Friday, and Monday packet with pages 261, 262, 265, and 266, okay? By this time, you should have highlighted the problems that you need to do with me in this video. If you have not done that, pause the video right now, and then you can push play when your pages are all organized. But essentially, we're going to do question 1 on each one of the pages, okay, together. Let's see. We also, again, if you need to pause the video for anything, maybe you're confused or you just need me to slow down, it'll be easier for you just to pause the video and push play again rather than me just stopping for long periods of time. So please pause the video whenever you need to, and let's get started. So in phonics and language this week, boys and girls, you are learning a lot about adjectives. It's probably going to seem pretty boring for a little bit, but they just want you to really understand adjectives and how they work and what they do in a sentence. They make our writing really fun. What's neat is we've read the book, The Big Friendly Giant, right? If we took the adjectives out of the title of that book, it would just say the giant. That's kind of boring. Okay, the BFG stands for Big Friendly Giant. It describes the giant very well, big and friendly. And so adjectives are really important in our writing. And so we're going to do a little activity here with number 1. So number 1 says to read the sentences, circle the adjectives that describe the underlined nouns. Draw a small arrow from each adjective to the noun it describes. So up above here at the paw print, remember we always stop when we see a paw print and the remember. So this is just a reminder here how to find an adjective. That's something that we've done before. So this is not new, but it's just a reminder. Excuse me. To find adjectives in a sentence, first find the nouns. Then find the words that answer adjective questions about the nouns, like what kind and how many. So if we're going to find adjectives in a sentence, we're looking for the noun first, and then we're going to look for words that describe the noun or tell things about the noun, like what kind of noun is it, and how many of them are there. So that's what we're going to be doing here. And remember, sometimes a noun may have more than one adjective describing it. It gives the example here, Dad and Jackson fish in a cool, quiet pond. Both the word cool and quiet are adjectives, kind of like the big, friendly giant. The word giant is a noun, but it has 2 adjectives that describe it, big and friendly. So you're not just going to be looking for only one adjective. A lot of times authors and writers will use lots of adjectives because they make our writing really fun. So let's look at our first sentence, okay? This national park with beautiful, colorful mountains is a great place to visit and camp. So these 3 underlined words are our nouns, okay? They are nouns. This national park with beautiful, colorful mountains is a great place to visit and camp. So look at the word park. Which word around it describes the word park? A lot of times adjectives are going to come right before this national park. National is going to be the word that describes park. So we're going to circle the adjective, national, because it tells what kind of park. It's a national park. Okay, let's keep going. With beautiful, colorful mountains. All right, stop there. Mountains is a noun. Are there any words before there that describe or answer what kind or how many about mountains? Yeah, beautiful and colorful. Beautiful, colorful are adjectives. Okay, let's keep going. Is a great place to visit and camp. Place is a noun. Okay, it's a person, place, or thing. It's a place. Is there a word right here that describes what kind of place it is? Yeah, great. Good. All right, now we're going to move on here. Diane and Jody went with their parents for a long hike in the mountains. Hike is a noun. Is there a word here that describes what kind of hike it was? Long. Very good. Long. Okay, no more nouns in this sentence that are being described, so we'll go on. They saw red leaves, gray fog, brown fences, and tall green trees. So this first noun is leaves. It's a thing, so it's a noun. Okay. Is there a word here that tells what kind of leaves they saw? Red. Good. Color is an adjective. Okay. Gray fog. Fog is a noun. Is there a word here to describe it? Yes. Gray. Okay. Brown fences. Fences is a noun. Brown is describing it. So the brown is an adjective. And tall green trees. Trees is a noun. Are there any words here that are saying what kind of trees they were? Green, yes, is a color word, but is there another one? Tall. Tall is a word to describe those trees, what kind of trees they were. Good. All right, next sentence. They heard the long, low whistle of the train far away. So whistle is a noun, it's a thing. Okay, what kind of whistle did they hear? It was low and it was long. Okay, very good. I'm running out of ink in my pen. Hold on a second. Oh dear. Okay, I think it's coming back. After their hike, Diane and Jody had long drinks of cool water. So drinks is a noun, okay? The drinks were long. What kind of drinks were they? They were long drinks of cool water. Water is a noun. It's a thing. What kind of water was it? It was cool water. Okay, very good. So we're done with that. We're going to move on to page 262. I'm going to move on to page 262, and we're going to do question 1 together. Okay, can you see that? All right, very good. And we're actually only going to do, there are 4 sentences that we can do, but we're only going to do 1 together so that I can show you an example of how to do them, okay? So, number 1 says to choose an adjective, a subject, and a verb to write your own sentence. You will need to add some of your own words to finish your sentence, okay? So we've got adjectives right here. Adjectives are in this box. Fuzzy, colorful, cuddly, and kind. Subjects, okay, these are going to be our nouns, our people, place, or thing. Ant, caterpillar, bear, or neighbor. And verb, eats, yawned, played, helped. Remember, verbs are action words, things that we can do. So we're going to choose an adjective, a noun, and a verb. So let's see. Who do we want to write about? Do we want to write about an ant, a caterpillar, a bear, or a neighbor? Let's write about a bear, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and circle bear because that's who I want to write about in my first sentence. And so with this bear, I'm going to try to choose an adjective now. What kind of bear is this bear? What kind of bear do I want to write about? Let's see. He was cuddly. He was a cuddly bear, okay? All right, so I'm going to write a sentence about a cuddly bear. And then let's see, what did he do? What was the verb or the action word? What did this bear do? This cuddly bear did what? Well, he was really cuddly, so maybe he yawned. Maybe he yawned because he was tired. So now with these 3 words, I'm going to create a sentence and we're going to write it together. So let's start with the. Okay, the. Now, what would come first? Would the adjective come first about the bear, or would bear and then the adjective go? The adjective would come first because we wouldn't say the bear cuddly, right? We would say the adjective first. So the cuddly bear yawned. I'm running out of ink again. Yawned. We'll say at breakfast. The cuddly bear yawned at breakfast. Because remember, we had to add some of our own words to make the sentence. I guess it could just say the cuddly bear yawned, but that wouldn't be fun. We don't know where he was at, but he was at breakfast. So that's the end of our sentence. So you guys are going to finish the rest of these by yourselves, and you can pause the video right here and finish those before you move on, or you can just do them later. But we're going to now go to page 265. So this one, we are going to mark the sentences. Give me 1 second, okay? Okay, so we're going to mark the sentences, and that means that we're just going to break up the sentence into subject and predicate. We will underline the subject or the noun, and then double underline the verb. Okay, so Mom made strawberry jelly for our family. So let's first break it up into subject and predicate. Remember, subject is who or what, and predicate is what happened. So Mom is our subject. So we're going to draw this line right here because this is what happened. Mom, the subject, made strawberry jelly for our family. That's the what happened. Okay? So my subject is my noun, so I'm going to underline Mom 1 time. Okay? What did she do? What's the action? She made. So we'll double underline made. And that's all. Okay? Grandma and I picked the berries. So who's the subject? Who are the who's? Grandma and I. Okay? And then what happened? They picked the berries. Okay? Grandma and I, who, what happened? Picked the berries. Who were the subjects? Okay? Grandma and I. Okay? And what's the verb? What did they do? They picked. Picked is the verb. So we double underline that. Braden and Josh washed them in cool or cold water. Okay? So who's the who? Braden and Josh, they're the subjects. So we're going to draw our line there. What happened? Washed them in cold water. The subjects are going to be underlined. Braden and Josh. Okay? The verb is going to be double underlined. What did they do? What's the action? They washed. So we double underline that. Mom cooked them in the pot. Okay, let's break it up. Subject and predicate. What's this? Who's the subjects? Mom. What happened? Cooked them in the pot. So we're going to draw that line right there. Okay? Mom is a subject. Cooked them in the pot is the predicate. Mom is the subject, so we underline her. What did she do that's an action? What's the verb? Cooked. Good job. And last sentence. Sweet jam and hot biscuits taste so good. What's the subject here? What are we mainly talking about? Sweet jam and hot biscuits. So we're going to break it up there. What do they do? What happened? They taste so good. Okay? So sweet jam. Jam is the subject. And biscuits, okay, are the subject. One second, I'm running out of ink. And then what do they do? What's the action? They taste. They taste. Okay, very good. All right, last one. We're going to go to page 266. Okay, number 1 says, visitors to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park can take a hayride. Circle the word that is the opposite of the red word on each bale of hay. So what I want you to do first is I want you to circle the word opposite. Okay, do you remember what that's called when we have two words that have opposite meanings or totally different meanings? They're called antonyms, and I want you to write the word antonyms right under the word opposite. So do this with me. Antonyms. A-N-T-O-N-Y-M. Okay? Circle the word that is the antonym or the opposite of the red word on each bale of hay. I don't know why the people didn't just put antonym, because you guys already know what those are. But I want you to remember, they're not just opposite words, they're antonyms. That's what I want you to know. I want you to know this big word. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings, or they just mean completely, totally different things. Okay? So, this red word is happy. Which one of these words is completely the opposite of happy? Joyful, sorrowful, or glad? What's the opposite? Sorrowful. Sorrow, full of sorrow. They're sad. Okay. Next, right below here, the word in red is wrong. So if something is wrong, what's the opposite? Mistake, incorrect, or right? Right. Very good. Right is the opposite of wrong. It's the antonym. Okay, right here in the middle is the word gentle. What's the opposite of gentle? Mild, peaceful, or rough? Rough is the opposite of gentle. It's the antonym of gentle. Sleepy. What is the antonym of sleepy, or the opposite of sleepy? Tired, drowsy, or awake? Awake. Usually, when I am sleepy, Goldie is awake. She's the opposite, okay? All right, and last hay bale right here is the word big. What is the antonym of, or the opposite of big? Small, large, or huge? What's the opposite? Would be small. Small and big are antonyms. Very good. Easy peasy. Great job, boys and girls. I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Thank you for working with me.